Welcome back, Fear Fiends, to the Chillergeist Horror League. We're back in the grainy, shaky world of found footage, where the terror is as raw as a freshly severed limb. Today, we've got a cult classic clash for you, the fanatic versus the family. Boris, I can almost feel the unholy fervor radiating from this matchup.
Affirmative, Doctor. This head-to-head pits a highly organized, ritual-based operational unit against a decentralized, yet deeply disturbing, domestic collective. Their authenticity-to-terror ratio is statistically significant, promising a high-yield audience discomfort metric.
Exactly. But before we dive into the numbers, let's look at the career trajectories of our two terrifying contenders. In the blood-red corner, we have the cult leader from V/H/S/2S segment, Safe Haven. This charismatic figure orchestrates a mass suicide and rebirth, a truly ambitious and horrifying artistic vision. Boris, what do you make of his operational efficiency?
Subject cult leader's operational efficiency metric is 9.7, indicating a near-flawless execution of a complex, multi-stage ritual. His charisma index is 9.9, allowing for the successful manipulation of a large group of disciples into voluntary self-termination. His logistical precision in orchestrating the event is statistically remarkable, ensuring maximal psychological shock.
He's not just a killer, he's a shepherd of souls, leading his flock straight into the jaws of hell. And then, in the corpse blue corner, we have the family from the Poughkeepsie Tapes.
The family, a nomadic, decentralized collective, operates with a strategic deception coefficient of 9.5. Their primary tactical objective is the documentation of subject deterioration via torture and prolonged psychological distress. Their longevity metric is statistically impressive, with operations spanning over multiple decades and a diverse range of locations. Their consistency rating for audience revulsion remains at a statistically significant 99.1%.
Precisely. They are chroniclers of human suffering, meticulously documenting the snuff film as a work of twisted art. So, we have the apocalyptic orchestrator versus the methodical archivist. The explosive versus the prolonged. After this brief look at their careers, we'll dive deep into the numbers that define their terror. Stay tuned for the tale of the tape. Welcome back to the Chillergeist Horror League. Boris, the detail of the tape, is ready. Let's start with the classic, total confirmed kills.
The cult leader's confirmed kill count is officially 22. This kill-to-ritual ratio is 100%, demonstrating highly efficient operational parameters. Conversely, the family's documented mortality count is lower, at 14, across their extensive filmography. However, their torture-to-termination ratio is notably higher, as many subjects undergo prolonged, non-fatal experiential deconstruction before eventual termination.
One is a grand, singular event, a symphony of death, while the other is a long, drawn-out dirge of suffering. Fascinating. What about kill efficiency rating? Who gets the job done faster once the terror begins?
The cult leader's termination events occur within a highly condensed operational window, with a calculated 3.6 termination events per active screen minute. The family, conversely, averages 0.1 subject terminations per minute, often due to a prolonged torture and documentation sequence, which precedes the final act.
So, the cult leader is a surgical strike of terror, and the family is a slow, agonizing poison. Delicious. Next, weapon versatility score. Who has the broader toolkit?
The cult leader's weapon utilization versatility is low, as the primary termination method is self-inflicted subject terminations via ritualistic poison. Conversely, the family's tool utilization is exceptionally high, with a varied method count of 24. Their arsenal includes conventional weaponry, blunt instruments, psychological torture, and environmental manipulation.
The cult leader has one elegant, albeit deadly, trick. The family has a whole toolbox of agonizing misery. What about their durability and resurrection count?
Subject cult leader, after a documented self-termination, demonstrated a single remanifestation event as a demonic entity, indicating a high resilience factor. The family, as a collective, shows no resilience factor as an entity, but rather demonstrates a high continuity metric across multiple generations. Their survival rate is 100% within the documented footage, suggesting a high evasion rating from external law enforcement.
A singular, demonic resurrection versus a collective, generational reign of terror. The cult leader transcends death, while the family evades capture. Fascinating. Now, stealth/ambush proficiency?
The cult leader demonstrates a limited stealth rating, as his operational parameters are based on overt ritual and public display. The family, conversely, exhibits an unparalleled 99% ambush success rate, leveraging their mundane appearance and suburban disguise to achieve optimal surprise factor and target acquisition. They operate in plain sight, blending into the community to select their targets, making overt concealment redundant.
The cult leader is a public spectacle of horror, while the family is the monster next door. Finally, the overall fear factor/iconic presence score.
Based on a preliminary Chillergeist consensus poll and critical analysis, the cult leader maintains an 8.5 primal terror coefficient. His iconic presence score is an 8.8, The family registers a 9.1 primal terror coefficient, derived from their realistic, homegrown menace and the documentary-style horror of their actions. Their iconic presence score is a 9.0.
Excellent, Boris. Now, for my favorite part, the artistry of terror. Let's talk about the elegant dance of dread, starting with stalking prowess, who demonstrates the patient, silent grace of a hunter.
The cult leader's stalking efficiency score is a remarkable 0%, as his operational model is based on the voluntary compliance of his subjects. The family, on the other hand, achieves a 95% stalking efficiency score by leveraging a wide range of documented abduction methodologies. Their temporal disorientation tactics involve meticulous planning, achieving target proximity without conventional locomotion. Highly effective.
The cult leader is a destination of terror. The family is a relentless pursuit. Now, psychological play. Does the villain truly toy with their prey, orchestrating a symphony of terror before the final curtain?
The cult leader consistently achieves an average pre-termination psychological distress rating of 9.5, primarily through auditory manipulation and environmental distortion. The family, however, delves into a different kind of psychological torture, the existential horror of prolonged confinement and suffering. Their experiential deconstruction rating averages 9.7. Their methods induce ontological disorientation and sensory overload rather than conventional fear.
The cult leader twists belief into a weapon, corrupting the very minds of his followers. The family, however, offers enlightenment through agonizing sensation. Magnificent. Finally, signature flair. What's that personal touch that separates the common killer from the truly iconic?
The cult leader's post-termination quip delivery is statistically unique. His distinct laughter resonance and glove manipulation are highly recognizable signature markers, achieving a 9.6 iconic presence score. The family's philosophical pre-engagement monologues and pain-pleasure axiom demonstrations are statistically unique, with a sophistication to dread index of 0.9. Their needle configuration aesthetic and chain choreography are definitive signature markers, achieving a 9.4 iconic presence score.
There you have it, fear fiends. Two titans of terror, each a master of their craft. The cult leader, the orchestrator of ritualistic terror, and the family, the methodical archivist of agony. Who takes the crown in this Chillergeist Horror League matchup? You decide, but for me, the art of terror was on full display.